On the screen she glows so bright, a beacon for America's might. Her spirit fills the night with light, history's tales in her heart take flight. Every evening at 9, the tune of the anthem, it echoes profound. Taps follow a solemn sound, uniting hearts no matter the ground. Stand tall, hand over your heart. Patriotism, our shining start. Together we'll face any part. With love and courage, we won't depart. From the storms to the sunlit days, our spirits burn, never sway. In unity we find our ways, with warmth in our hearts, come what may. She shares her love, her story true. Through every trial we stand anew. With hope in our eyes we pursue a future bright without a clue. In every heart a flame so bright, guiding us through night and day. With courage and strength we unite, to honor those who keep us strong today. Stand tall, hand over your heart. Patriotism, our shining thought. Together we'll face any part. With love and courage, we won't depart. From the storms to the sunlit days, our spirits burn, never sway. In unity we find our ways, with warmth in our hearts, come what may.
Now, the rest of the story. In the medieval Dutch town of Leiden in the early 17th century, the immigrants were getting restless. There was a significant immigrant population, even back then. You see, the people of Leiden had a motto in those days, a slogan not unlike our own. Give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, and so on. Their saying was, quote, Leiden refuses no honest people free entry, period. It was not quite as catchy as the generous entreaty inscribed on the pedestal of Lady Liberty, but it was effective, so effective that within months of its first utterance, 30% of the town of Leiden was foreign-born and foreign-speaking. But eventually, as I say, those immigrants grew restless. And the issue was tolerance, for the immigrants had come to Leiden in the first place, fleeing intolerance elsewhere in the world. In other words, these were the unwanted, the unappreciated, even the persecuted from other shores, seeking a society which would welcome them as they were, instead of insisting on conformity to local custom. But after only a little more than a decade in warm, welcoming, tolerant Leiden, the tolerated immigrants lost their own tolerance for their new home. Our children are becoming too assimilated, too Dutch, the ungrateful immigrants began complaining. Or, we aren't getting enough jobs, they complained. And predictably, when the Dutch natives of Leiden began hearing that sort of thing, they began rethinking their original policy of open doors and open arms. No, the Dutch refused to deport their malcontents, but their individual unofficial attitudes became less hospitable. And you can see where this is going. Many of the immigrants who only a half generation before had flocked to Leiden so gladly and so gratefully packed up and moved out to the New World. So, after the so-called pilgrims wore out their welcome in Leiden, Holland in 1620, a handful of them got into a shaky little boat, sailed across the sea to Plymouth Rock, but there was a stowaway aboard the Mayflower, and that unseen passenger was the culture of Leiden itself. For despite their relentless struggle for originality, the pilgrims brought with them to their new home in North America a collage of customs which Americans recognize and revere to this day. The civil registration of marriages, for example, which initiated the then unique concept of separation of church and state. Almost 2 centuries later, John Quincy Adams would cite the Mayflower Compact as the foundation for the United States Constitution. But did he know that the United Colonies, which the Pilgrims established in New England in 1643, the consolidation of semi-independent jurisdictions into one nation, that was based on a form of federal government that they had first observed in the Netherlands, the United Provinces. And one thing more, back in Leiden, there was a particular celebration. It was a day commemorating the end of the Spanish siege against the city in 1574. It was sort of like our 4th of July, but the focus of those Dutch festivities, instead of fireworks, was gratitude. Thanksgiving Day, it was called. Yes, I do mean to say that when you're giving thanks today, save some for the people of 17th century Leiden, whose own immigrants emigrated to our distant rocky shore, where eventually, however arduously, freedom was born. Now you know the rest of the story.
In the heart of America, where dreams take flight, through the storms of hate, we stand tall and bright. From coast to coast, our spirits rise so high. We won't let division tear us down, no lie. Oh, America, you're stronger than their lies. United we stand, we'll face the skies. With every challenge, we grow and thrive. Our hearts beat strong, side by side. When shadows fall and darkness tries to reign, we lift each other up like the rising rain. In every town, in every lane, we hold hands tight, our bond unbreakable, grand. Oh, America, your light will never fade. Together we rise, no matter the shade. With every trial, we learn to adapt. Our resilience shines, a beacon to the nation's heart. From the mountains to the sea, our voices ring clear. No matter how far, we'll stay forever near. In every struggle, we find our way. United, we're strong in this great land, they say. Oh, America, you're more than just a name, a symbol of hope, a promise of fame. Through every test, we keep our aim, our love for freedom, a guiding flame. Oh, America, your heart beats true. With every beat, we feel anew. Facing the future, we'll make it new. With pride and truth, our journey to